Hello guys, Pebbles here, and today we're going to talk about two advanced combat techniques that can sort of improve your damage if used correctly, but will most certainly improve your style points by 1000%. But before we begin, make sure to smash that sub button on YouTube or follow me on Facebook Gaming for more content like this. The most important thing to learn before doing these techniques is learning how to sprint jump. To make it simple, sprint jumping is pressing the jump button immediately after sprinting to dramatically increase your speed. It should look something like this. Now that you have sprint jumping dialed down, let's talk about the first technique, which is called footstooling if you're a Smash player, or enemy stepping for the Devil May Cry players out there. In Genshin Impact, the ability to plunge attack is determined by the extra elevation your character has relative to the ground, that is higher than your character's normal jump. This means you can jump on a flat surface and not be able to do a plunge attack. However, if you jump downwards towards a slope or a ledge, you are allowed to perform a plunge attack. So basically, footstooling in Genshin Impact is taking your character at a height that is higher than their standard jump to trigger the ability to plunge attack, only instead of doing it on slopes and ledges, we do it on enemies. See, enemies have a collision value with your characters. Despite not being a place you can stand on, you can use this collision to take your character to the height needed to perform a plunge attack. You cannot do this easily on small monsters, as their collision value is simply too low and you won't reach the height needed to perform a plunge attack over such small things such as small slimes. Extra movement speed is required. Adult characters or characters with adult models can do this easier because they naturally move faster due to their model size. So for smaller characters, you will need help, such as having a double Anemo team or a Diona shield to add some speed to your character's movements. Timing is also very important. There is a timing that you need to get used to when jumping over the opponents, so this is something that you're going to have to practice and learn. To do the technique, simply approach a monster and perform a sprint jump towards them and spam your attack button when you collide with a monster at the right point. It will trigger the plunge attack, allowing you to perform the technique. You can also mix this up with your combos to optimize your DPS or just overall look cool. Now what if the opponent is impossible to footstool, such as a giant boss or a monster that just is impossible to jump over on? This is where the Dragon Strike technique, as coined by the Chinese Genshin community, comes in handy. Now this technique is very similar to footstooling. It is an ability or a technique that is used to get a plunge attack. However, this technique is triggered due to hit lag and not the height of the enemy target. This essentially allows you to perform this technique even on big bosses, such as the Primo Bishop boss. To perform this technique, you will need these following things as well. This technique works better with slow attacking Claymore characters, as they have the slowest hit lag out of all the characters. It can be done with other characters, but the timing may be harder to pull off, so it's much more better with Claymore characters. Again, you need extra movement speed, so adult characters or characters with adult models, as they are easier due to their model size, allowing them to move a little bit faster. And like the first tip, having a double Anemo or a Diona shield to increase movement speed makes it a lot easier to perform. To trigger the Dragon Strike technique, perform a sprint jump immediately after attacking an opponent, but before the damage value pops up on your screen. This is the hit lag window that allows you to perform this skill. It will take some practice, and personally, it took me a day to dial it down. So, were you able to perform these two techniques? What part of it was difficult? Drop a comment and I'll try to help you out. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and follow me on Facebook Gaming. I try to do daily live streams on both platforms, so come and say hi if you're around. That's it for today's video. I'll see you guys next time, and stay safe everyone.